Good morning, good afternoon, definitely good afternoon. How are we all? Is it time to review your business? So, I have a question for you because I was talking to two photographers yesterday that we needed to take time to review their business. Now, why did we need to do that? Because situations changed and things moved on. Now, both of these photographers have actually been a part of when I started the photography business coach and the professional photography business network, and they've been a part of our industry for a very, very long time. And I guess the questions were like, what needs to change? Do you need to review your business? Because things change over time. I've got a list here that I just wrote down before. Did you change locations, additional kids to the family, or kids have gone from being dependent to primary school and now you've got your school hours available, or they've gone to high school and they've turned into teenagers and they don't even really want to be around you anymore. And you've got all these different things have changed. You might have changed your genre. I know Paula Brennan, who photographer who's done a masterclass for us. She did an amazing class, and what actually happened over time in her 20s, she was the wedding photographer. In her 30s, she was a portrait photographer. Now in her 40s, she's gone into doing headshots and personal branding. So things change over time. What else can change? So you can niche down. You've got some more confidence. You might have started your photography journey a couple of years ago, right? And you started out not knowing anything. And you've now been working in as a photographer for a couple of years now, and things have changed. You learnt how to shoot to sell. You've now got a beautiful range of products and albums and finished artwork. You've got your displays. You've set up your CRMs, your systems, your workflows, you're automated. Maybe your partner's changed jobs. Maybe you came into some financial freedom of some sort. I don't know. Like, there's lots of different things, but I want to talk about it. So the first question I just want to ask, over the years of you being a photographer, what has changed dramatically for you? Put it in the comments. I'd love to just have a chat about this. What has changed dramatically for you? A lot of it is kids and family, and that changes dramatically. It changes everything. I found that as soon as both of my kids went to school, I was like, all this spare time in my life. Like, where were you this whole time? So that changed quite dramatically. So what changed for you? I'd love for you to write in the chat and tell me what changed for you. Now, on those different things, I do everything but a lot less weddings now. Yes, Georgina. Yes, exactly. So let's go through some different things of what's changed and what you need to really pay attention to as well. Having a kid change, shooting from wedding to boudoir became a high end, moving to another state. Alison, yeah, you had lots of different change. So let's go through some different changes and different options of what's happened, and let's kind of go through some thought processes that you might need to go through if you were to review your business. So I'm just going to grab my whiteboard. Huh. How did that get there? The secret is PVBN success. Maybe it is, who knows. All right, so one of the things that you need to look at first and foremost is, I think the most important, is your business model. Business model. Because your business model determines everything else that you create and you do. You might have gone from a product business model to an all-inclusive business model to an experience business model, and there's a range of different business models that you can kind of go by. But it's not just the business model. The other part is also too, like, this is a really weird question, and when I ask this to so many of the people I'm coaching, it's kind of rude at the same time. But do you need to be a photographer and work, or are you doing it because you want to, not because you have to? All right? Like, do you need to? Are you, because there's some photographers that have actually gone to other full-time work and now they're using photography for, prop up some income and creatively and shits and giggles. So you don't need to do a $150 photo shoot and hopefully that they buy more. You would do a pay up front as you go business model where you would choose out of your 3 collections or 4 collections with a minimum spend. So yesterday I was coaching someone, their minimum spend is $1,800 for 20 images, minimum spend. Now the reason why, because she doesn't need to get lots of volume. She's got full-time work in other ways doing early learning childcare center photography. So she doesn't need to do family portraits, which means the business model that she was doing is different to what the business model she's doing now. Now she needs to adjust that to suit her business needs. So instead of doing a gift voucher shoot fee business model, they've now turned into a 3 package business model, like a wedding, where you pick and choose what you want first. So for the starters, it's your business model. What do you need to change in your workflow, in your system? The other thing too, right, is your bookings. Now, is your bookings automated, or do you have to call still? Now, some people used to automate their bookings because they were a cheaper photographer and it was quicker, faster, easy just to book themselves in. All right. The other way is that probably because that they were cheaper, faster, quicker to book themselves in, they didn't want to spend much time with the client because they weren't making as much money. So they tried to do it the quickest and fastest, easiest way. So they've actually switched it. Now they're not going automated. They're going to call and book everybody in and have a conversation and really pre-qualify the client. That's a totally different business model, where I had someone else yesterday go the opposite way. They used to spend too much time calling and speaking to the client and educating them through that. What they're doing now, this is one of the reviews, because their website is so well educated, they've got welcome videos, they've got product videos, they've got all this awesome information. Now, what they used to spend hours and hours and hours of calling and pre-qualifying, now they're actually automating the booking system. And in the booking system, they can choose from package A, B, and C, and it ain't a shoot until it's booked and paid for. So it changes your workflow. Do you get what I'm putting down? Am I making sense here? Because you really need to review stuff. 2, 3, products, and prices. Now, Alison, we've heard from you so many times about you should be charging a minimum of $3,000. Because 1,000 goes to the tax man, 1,000 goes to your business expense, and 1,000 is profit in your pocket, and all you've got is $1,000 left. So if you're not charging $3,000, you're a third of it, 2/3 of it's gone anyway, right? So some people, when they first started out, they were lowballing everybody. Their prices were really low because they just didn't have the confidence. They didn't have the gusto. They didn't have the experience. They didn't have the clients. They didn't have the setup, the workflow, the environment, the marketing, the shoot for success, the products, the sales process. Everything was a bit of a mess. So their sales were lower because they didn't feel like they could charge accordingly because they weren't giving the service that they needed to. So is it time for you to up your sales dramatically? Because when you look back to what you were charging when you first started to where you are now, it's completely different. You've got a better service with better quality, with better environment, with a studio space now, with finished wall art products. You know your software, everything's automated, the customer service and journey is fantastic, and all these additional things are making it perfect. So you need to up your prices because you need to look back and go, do you know what? I was actually really cheap and I wasn't making any money and I'm burning myself out. I need to make a change. Okay? That's one of the other things. The other part too is you could do the cost of doing business, cost of goods. We could go on about all this stuff forever because things are streamlined and simplified. There's a lot of talk about go high level at the moment, and it reduces all the subscriptions for everything else because everything's found in the one spot. It is true. It is awesome. The go high level system is so cool. I'm actually converting all of my stuff onto it I'm not in a hurry, but that's what I'm planning on doing because it's just systemized and streamlined and saving so much money. I know throughout COVID, it was a huge lean businesses was a massive thing. So you need to review this stuff because business has changed. Situations have changed. Workflows have changed. What you used to spend 10 hours with a client and then also shooting 10 hours with a client and then editing for 10 hours is now you've learnt this program because there's all of this new stuff called AI. Is a program called Evoto, and all you need to do is slide a toggle and all your retouching is done. You don't have to pay for retouching anymore, which is ridiculous. You might use Imagine, and with Imagine you used to spend like 2 days calling 2 days doing all the editing and the culling and things, and now it's a totally different workflow. So these are the things that you need to look at. What AI technology is available now that wasn't available when you started? Now, started might have been 6 months ago. There's a program called Repurpose. Repurpose is an amazing software that you post on your social media on one platform. For me, it's Instagram, and then it gets shared through the other 6 social media platforms. It's phenomenal. So, these are just 3 of them. What other technology is there these days in AI which you have now that you didn't have in the past? It's time to review your business. Now, they're just 5 off the top of my head that I just thought of randomly. 6. Massive one. PPBN. All the tools, templates, workflows, systems, marketing strategies. Everything that you can think of that you need to run a successful photography business is actually in there from a marketing point of view. Major giveaways, solo giveaway, model calls, 40 over 40 projects, book projects, charity projects, family of the month, family of the year, family of the season, strategic alliance, client reactivation campaigns, email campaigns. All those marketing tools are given to you in templates and workflows. And don't get me started on all the awesome brochures, booklets, flyers, templates, and things that you've got in there that we used to spend thousands of dollars for getting graphic designers to do them for us. They're all in Canva for you. That is a game changer. There's a lot of game changers here. So here's my call out for you. If you need fresh eyes on your business and you want to review your business and you want to look at things from a different point of view, reach out to me. I'm here to help. I can talk you through the processes, because someone else that I just spoke to today is doing endurance coaching, and the endurance coaching program is like we catch up every fortnight for a number of different months and we go through the business. Halfway through the endurance coaching, she's actually got offered a job too good to refuse. And she's all stressed out about it. She's like, what do I do? What do I do? We're spending all this time together and it's not going to work out. And I'm like, no, this is perfect. You're in a really awesome financial position. This job is 3 days a week. You're going to have the rest of the week to give you time to do this. The pressure's off. The payment's off. You can pay your bills. You can now do photography because you want to, not because you have to. So let's change the business model slightly to work in your favor. And she's like, I never thought of that. There's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way. There's 6 ways. 6 things that you do need to consider. If you need help with this, DM me, reach out, write in the comments, call me. I don't know, send a pigeon if you need to. The whole purpose of what I do is to resource you with information so that you can go from A to B. And that's the part of it. That's the fun of what we do. And if I don't know the answer, I know people that know the answer for you. So please, don't get stuck in where you are. Situation changes, family changes, processes changes, workflow changes, lifestyle changes, you get up and move state changes. Don't run the same photography business that you're doing today that you did 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. The game's changed. You need to get up with the times or get left behind. If you don't keep up with this, people are just going to overtake you. If you need a hand, just reach out. I'm here to help. Cool? All right. Happy days. Any questions, let me know. See you, bye.